Where are we right now?
We are in the C lab of Ramapo College. This is the lab that we started Cettle Kooked in. Do I have it here? It's this one, right? Mm-hmm. This is the first one. And we made it in this room. We had gone to Panera Bread one day to get some soup and mac and cheese. And I had proposed the idea to make a zine to you. And then we looked over at the table and saw a bag of Panera Bread Cettle Kooked chips and figured, let's just call it Cettle Kooked with the first two letters switched.
This is Miriam Sokolska, a senior art history major. In November 2019, Miriam and I started a collaborative zine called Cettle Kooked. Zines, sometimes referred to as fanzines, are small, often handmade booklets of art or other pieces of creative work, and they can be fashioned out of a single piece of printer paper. Miriam and I created Cettle Kooked as a sort of artist collective that would highlight creators on Ramapo's campus. Jump 2 years ahead to now in 2021, on the second anniversary of the first iteration of our zine, and we're publishing our 5th edition of Cettle Kooked.
What was your introduction into the world of zines in general?
I was introduced to zines through mutual friends of mine who are involved in the Rutgers DIY scene. So my friend Keeks, they had started a Riot Girl band and they made a zine. Zines in general are really important to me. With zines, you can self-publish just about anything. And I feel like with Cettle Kooked, one of our aims was to really just include anyone who wanted to be included, and kind of enforce this idea that anyone can be creative, anyone can be artistic. So, I kind of wanted to enforce that idea and kind of nurture it and create that kind of community here.
Eat this dirt. I dug it just for you. I sifted it out and packed it into a grinder, my new coffee beans, grounds of bunny shit and Earth's premium spice. It slowly brewed into my burning, cupped hands. They never gave me a mug or a glass or a vase. My hands are muddy, my dirty coffee beginning to spill. They forced my hands into my mouth. Mother's dust, dirt, and crud is all I deserve. I feel it growing inside me. Hopefully one day I brew into bloom too. Hi, my name is Emily Melvin. I submitted to Cettle Kooked fall 2020. I think that everything is art and does have potential to be art. I especially believe that everything is poetry because the way you look at it, I think when I think of it in a broad spectrum like that, I think of there's a child's flip-flop in the middle of the street. That's poetry. What's that? What's that about? There's a story behind everything. There's a weird beauty in everything too. At this point in my life and the people I'm surrounded with in college and my friend groups, it's very a large queer community. Mm-hmm. And I think within that, obviously art is involved, and that makes me feel more comfortable and able to express myself in a queer artistic way. I heard about Cettle Kooked through Miriam. At the time, they were working for the Ramapo News and promoted it, and I was like, that's really fun and really cool, and I wanted to be part of it.
My name is Tori D'Amico. I heard about Cettle Kooked on social media, I think for the first time. I first submitted to Cettle Kooked for the spring 2020 edition. It was just such a cool project to me, and one, I wanted to support my friends, but two, I was just getting into publishing my poetry, and so I thought it'd be a cool opportunity to do something with other creatives. I think really the community aspect of art is one of the most important parts of it.
I kick the fog from under my feet and study the injured cat who crawls into the bed of rusted tires next to a busy pizza shop. Above, a raven bellows inside an empty nest, brazen cords swallowed in the pit of tumult. I walk past slaughtered subway rats, its bones picking flesh between dog teeth. All that is muted around the pond where old leaves give in to the wind's shove and shuffle for greener pastures. There he waits on a broken bench, calling my name across the field, and the deep notes hang in the air like stars glowing against the night. I feel like I wanted to submit because I knew that this was going to be a welcoming community, and I personally didn't really have a lot of confidence in my writing when I first submitted. That was my sophomore year, fall 2019, and I had just taken my first creative writing class, and I just felt very new to everything, and I knew that whatever I submitted would be celebrated, and that's why I wanted to submit. I think it's really nice to see all of that work be celebrated, even if it's grilled cheese. And I think that there's a lot of truth to it too. Like, everything really is like beautiful, and I hate like using that because it sounds so like generic, but I really do believe that, and my values align with that of Cettle Kooked, that there is beauty everywhere, there is art everywhere, we're just not really looking at it. And I feel like especially when things feel even more polarized, it's important to kind of just remind ourselves that there are some good things out here.
At first it was really just like with our friends. So we had a lot of our friends submitting, but I think getting the word out is the first step. So for us, we make a graphic or we take a photo and we post it on our Instagram. We also tell other people word of mouth to submit. Surprisingly, a lot of Cettle Kooked has been like making Google Forms and things like that. So we make the application through Google Forms. And we ask people their name, their contact info, where they're from, and then just a button to submit their files. I feel like when I think of Cettle Kooked, I think every edition is different because they form really around the submissions that we get. If we get more poetry in one edition and more drawings in another edition, they look different. So I think that's something that I really love about the zines and making them. Basically, we print out everything and then cut and kind of place it and plan it around this master copy. And then we glue everything down and then are able to fold it up and create this finalized zine. Then we're able to photocopy this and make multiple copies, and it's really just a matter of folding them up and sending them out. So yeah, that's us making the zine. So we do have a lot of New Jersey-based subscribers from, our own friend groups and word of mouth, but we also have subscribers from really far away. So the first foreign country that we sent to was Canada, and we recently, our last edition, we sent off to the UK, which was really exciting. And we have submitters all the way from California, multiple states like Texas and New York and Pennsylvania. So it's really exciting to have this many readers and submitters from all over the world. It means a lot to me. But yeah, that's it. It really ranges far, and it's really lovely to see how far it's grown in a matter of 2 years. But yeah.
I agree.
I realized I didn't really ask you what the future of Cettle Kooked is going to look like.
I don't know. It's a little weird right now. I think at least I'm going through a lot of changes since I'm graduating this semester. Making this 5th edition just feels right. And I think if people want to keep submitting and they think that it's a valuable resource to them, then I am willing to keep making it and putting time into making it. So yeah.
Cettle Kooked lives on.
Cettle Kooked lives on.